What's up, everybody? Coach Rahz, the Motivator, here with another edition of MetaBurn Insider, where we're going to give you the tips, the tools, and the strategies to help you live a healthy, happy MetaBurn lifestyle. I'm here with my partner in crime, aka Mr. Nutrition. What's cracking, Greg? How you feeling today?
I'm feeling actually great. I'm looking forward to today's insider tip, and it's actually a common question we get. So,
Man, I love these insider tips, Greg. I've been people have been telling us about them. They're watching them. We're keeping them within 5 minutes so that people can knock them out. That's our mission, really, just to keep them short, quick, to the point, just as someone would come into our studio and ask us a question, and then we're going to share that answer with the world. So on today's episode, we're going to be talking about why carbs are bad for you, and more importantly, when you have them by yourself. When you agree that carbs tend to be one of the culprits for gaining fat. Wouldn't that be the case, Mr. Nutrition?
Yeah, for sure. You have in a sense like your good carbs, your bad carbs, all that stuff. So we'll get to that in a second. But, the main thing that we teach clients is insulin management. And what insulin management is, just what it states, is you're trying to manage your insulin levels, what your pancreas is going to produce on a given day basis, depending on the foods that you choose to eat. Usually when we eat high processed, high sugar foods, that's where the pancreas goes crazy and starts shooting out insulin. To give people an idea of insulin, think of a truck, like a transportation truck. When that goes up, that transportation truck takes everything in the body and shuttles it a little bit faster. That's why it's great after a workout to spike your insulin levels. So when we get into insulin management, we always tell people, the first thing you should always do is eat your protein and eat your vegetables first. Why? It takes a while to digest the high fiber from the vegetables, and it takes a while to break down the protein. So by that time, it slows down the absorption of how fast carbs turn into sugar and how fast that sugar gets released in the bloodstream. So if you do it that way, you're going to be much better off for a fat loss result. So it's not saying that all carbs are bad, you should never have carbs, but it's saying you should be careful with your combination, and that's why you always want something with your carbohydrates. So I guess for you, Coach Rahz, what would you say are like the healthier versus the unhealthy, carbs that you would have in a program?
Wow. I don't want to go into a huge, long list, but I always tell people it's like this. You got your fibers carbs and you got your starchy carbs. And I keep it very simple. Two hands. Fibers carbs, eat a lot of them. What are those fibers carbs? Those are things that are whole food. They're alive. You got broccoli, spinach, cauliflower, carrots, peppers, onion, all of those good vegetables. On the other hand, you got starches that we crave, which are the pastas. Usually they're dry. They're in a box or a bag. They're pretzels. And one of your wife's favorites, what is it, Greg?
It's little goldfish. I tell just because of color, they're not vegetables.
She thinks that they're actually a new food group. Nah, just kidding. But more importantly, anything in a bag or a box that's processed high fructose corn syrup, starchy, wheat flavor, flakes, flour, bleached flour, unbleached flour, those are things you want to stay away from. And if you do that, and we all know bread, pasta, potatoes, I'm not telling you to stay away from that. That's food. We want you to eat some of that, but we want you to stay away from things that are in the grocery store that line the outside of the grocery store. Yep. Those are the foods you want to stay away from. And one of the things we love to do, if you say, Coach Rahz, Greg, I can't get all those fibrous vegetables in. Well, we highly recommend you juice or you blend. If you get them into a blend, you can blend spinach, cauliflower, carrots, all of that into a nice 8 to 12 ounce juice early in the morning, have one at lunch, boom. And now you got yourself 4 to 5 servings of vegetables and 2 drinks.
Yep.
That's tips that you can take home. What about you, Greg? What are some of your favorite, I'd say, healthy carbohydrates?
So I tend to kind of go more towards the ones that higher proteins. So if you're going to eat pasta, I'll take like a organic black bean pasta, which is about 20 grams per cup, which is crazy. You have other ones. I'm trying to think of what the brand name is. I can't think of off the top of my head, but it's another pasta that has like 10 grams per cup or so. If I'm going to go for my bread, I'm going to get like an Ezekiel bread that has 0 grams of sugar, and it's made from all sprouted grains, which is great. I'll even go after regular, purple, red, or even white potatoes, and sometimes sweet potatoes as well. Everything, white potatoes have gotten a really bad rap, but if you use them at the right time and under control portion-wise, they're actually fantastic for a fat loss result. But what we do at MetaBurn is we always try to eliminate carbs for the beginning 14 days. So you get the fastest result, you get the momentum, and then we teach you how to add them back in so you can kind of control the insulin, you can kind of control your appetite and your portion sizes.
Absolutely. And that, what he was just talking about, is what we call the 14-day eliminator, which is part of our 6-week challenge, body transformation. If you ever want to get any information about that, you can head over to MetaBurn fatloss.com and get more information on the 6-week challenges. Greg, that was phenomenal. I think we hit it there with carbohydrates, telling people that you got to know your type of carbs. There's good and they're bad.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about if they're white potatoes or not. Eat a little. It's all in moderation. You want to modify what you're taking them in and what time, but more importantly, just live life, have fun. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, for sure. It's all about having fun. If you're not having fun, you're not going to get the result you want, and you can just hate the process.
Absolutely. So I want to thank you guys for watching another edition of MetaBurn Insider with your host and coach, Rahz Slaughter and Greg Califatic. Stay active, stay lean, and have a great day.
Take care, guys.